Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine. So today is a really snowy and a really cold day, so I thought I would take this opportunity to just make a talking video. It was a while since we just sit down and had a talk with each other, and I thought a good topic for today's talking video can be something that me and my girlfriend discuss a lot, and is whether we will settle in Sweden or in Taiwan. And the way I will make this video now is I will rank according to me, the three best things about Sweden, and then the three best things about Taiwan, and then in the end maybe we can make a decision. I think that the first really good thing about Sweden is that it's very, very peaceful here. It's very few people, and most of the natural places I go here they are totally empty. There is no one going there making noise. There's not a lot of people. It's just me and maybe my family if I go there. It's just so beautiful and so many places you can go, and it's almost always like super peaceful. You never need to book the restaurants. They are not getting full. You don't need to book for the cinema because they will not get sold out, So I think a pretty big benefit of living in Sweden is that it's very few people here. It's very calm. It's very peaceful. The second thing I want to say is, of course, is the weather, which is very, very, very big difference. It's probably is the biggest difference between me and my girlfriend too. What kind of weather we enjoy, because Sweden, of course, is very, very much colder than Taiwan. Like today, for example, we have only 3 degrees, and I'm looking outside my window, and it's snowing, and it's May. It's beginning of May, and it's still snowing. So the weather here is really, really crazy. If it's a day and it's a very cold day in Sweden, that would be maybe -10 or -20 degrees. It doesn't affect me a lot. I just put on another jacket. Like I really don't mind sleeping with like cold feet, for example. If I go to bed and I'm cold, I think that's a really, really nice feeling. And if I feel cold, it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's just cold. I enjoy feeling cold. It sounds weird, but it doesn't really matter a lot. But I find out in Taiwan, when it gets 30 degrees and it gets more than 30 degrees and I have to do something in that weather. If I have to go somewhere and it's 32 degrees, it's not just hot for me. Okay, it's uncomfortable because it's hot, but I find out that I become so whiny. I think me and my girlfriend, we had so many fights just because the weather gets too hot and my mood become really irritatable. The third really, really good thing about living in Sweden, I feel much more freedom in Sweden than I do in Taiwan. And it's the freedom of, I perfectly master the language. I can read all the books, watch movie, or sort out any kind of inconvenience for myself, open bank account, cell phone. I can drive anywhere. I think the traffic here is really, really easy. So it's a big freedom of things I can do here. And in Taiwan, of course, I am also fighting to get back that freedom. But when you come to Taiwan, you start at zero. I started at zero. I didn't have any language. I didn't know any people. And you have to kind of fight your way up. And it's also a very, very interesting journey to do. But sometimes in Sweden, it's just nice to have this freedom, that you have full access to your own culture. I think that you can read all the things, and I really, really enjoy when you read a book in your own language. It will touch you in a different way compared to if I read. My English is not so super amazing that I feel stronger if I read something in Swedish. And of course, I didn't get touched by any Chinese book. I only read the kid book in Chinese, so can I just summarize this whole point as like, I am Swedish, I come from Sweden. Sometimes it's really, really nice to be in a country that is your mother country, That's everything. But there are some good things about Taiwan too, so I want to rank the 3 best things about Taiwan. And the first point is about excitement, I think. Once again, this is my totally personal opinion about things, but it's something about the excitement, when you come to a new country. So this is very like a contradicting point to the last one I did, but it's something very, very exciting when you get dropped off in Taiwan, and you learn the language, and it kind of opens up. In the beginning you can't even talk with people, and then you can talk with more and more people, and everything is so exciting. You have to figure everything out. Everything you eat in the beginning is new, and still, even I've been there for 2.5 years now, and still there are so many things. Like, I discover new food all the time. I discover new things to do all the time, and I think that this kind of excitement is also the thing that, you know, makes my YouTube channel. Wait, my cat is getting whiny. I just want to show you guys how stupid, how super stupid my cat is, because she was sitting at the door and she is meowing now. And when she's meowing like this, it means she wants to go out. But it's too cold for her to go out now. So you're gonna go out, Fia, and then you're gonna come in a little bit later and you're gonna be super whiny again and you're gonna come in. Okay, anyway, I can't hold her. I need to let her out. See you 2 minutes later. Oh. Bye bye, Fia. Everything is so exciting for us, you know, and I think it's interesting for Taiwanese, because for example xiaolongbao, it's something maybe you guys eat every week or something, and then you see foreigner trying xiaolongbao for the first time and it's like, wow, it's like something that they never tried before and it's really like amazing for us. And I think that this is also something that I have built my YouTube channel on, you know, kind of like sharing this excitement. The second thing is about the nature of Taiwan, and it's something that I really like. And I think that the nature of Taiwan is so undiscovered in an international perspective, you know, because for example, close to my hometown, like I went to a national park, and that park is so famous because it has a very beautiful waterfall. I mean, I'm talking about Sweden now. And I went there and there were some people there, you know, trying to take a beautiful photo about this waterfall. And this kind of things, waterfalls, you know, in Taiwan, they are so sure. Taiwan is a crowded place, but there are so many natural beauties and so many waterfalls that you almost all the time I go to a beautiful waterfall. Like I will be the only one there, you know. And these are like, most of them are like more epic than anything you would find in Sweden or anything I saw in Japan when I was traveling around there. So I think that the nature, all the mountains, you know, all the hot springs, all the natural waterfalls, all the cool things in Taiwan is really something that Taiwan should try to push more for, because it's really my hobby in Taiwan, you know, outside of YouTube. It's like to travel to different beautiful places, and something that's released in abundance in Taiwan. One really good benefit of living in Taipei is that you kind of design your life in the way you want. All these kind of things, you know, people always say, oh, people in Taiwan are friendly, it's safe, transportation is good. Like you hear so many people saying this, but what does it actually mean for your life? It means that you get a big freedom to kind of do what you want to do with your life. If you want to be a YouTuber, there are so many things to film about, and you can meet other people who have the same kind of inspiration and thinking. You know, if you want to start to be a YouTuber in my hometown, I think it's really hard, because it kind of doesn't exist. You know, this thinking kind of doesn't exist. Okay, yeah, I want to mention one more thing before coming to the conclusion, because of course a very important thing for us, also a very painful thing, as this kind of mixed couple or international couple or whatever you like to think, call it, is that, you know, my family is here in Sweden, and that's why I try to spend so much time with them now. And her family is in Taiwan, in Puli, and she goes from Taipei to Puli quite every few weeks. She go there, and sometimes I go too. And you know, if we live in Taiwan, it means that she can be much more close to her family and have contact with them as much as she wants, almost. I mean, in the weekends at least. And for me also, you know, of course I love her family too, but it's not my original family. You know, I really miss my parents and my sister. And you know, my sister is having a kid now, and I'm kind of missing out on seeing my niece growing up. And yeah, my grandparents getting older and older, and my animals getting older. You know, when you give up living in your home country or with your own family, you're also kind of like giving up following. Of course, you can always Skype, you can always talk, you can always visit each other, but you kind of, yeah, give up on this. But there's also kind of one benefit considering what I'm doing now. So now when I'm a YouTuber, sure, I live in Taiwan, but I was able now to go back for almost 1 month and continue to shoot my videos here. And I don't know the last time I spent 1 month together with my family. And you will also find out that when you spend 1 month together with your family, that you also get a little bit tired of them, and they get a little bit tired of you too. So I think I'm in a pretty beneficial situation that I can still take these kind of breaks and spend time with my family. Anyway, I'm going off on another track now. at the moment we are very, very lucky in Taiwan because our career is doing pretty well, and we can enjoy some free time there and get to do a lot of things. And I think we both like Taiwan quite much. I don't think there's any need to do any big change, so I think we will stay in Taiwan for at least a few more years. Hooray! It will be definitely a big question later if we have kids. That I think Taiwan is very academically challenging for kids. Like it's a lot of pressure put to succeed in a way of academic. I think even if me and my girlfriend don't put that pressure on our kid, I think just being in the Taiwanese society puts a lot of pressure on the kids that I don't see in Sweden in the same way. So that could be a very strong argument for raising our kids in Sweden. I mean, it's also the thing that, you know, no matter where we live, if we live in Sweden, of course we're gonna go to Taiwan quite often. And if we live in Taiwan, you know, we go to Sweden every now and then. But when you have kids, you really need to pick where to raise them, because I don't think kids should go back and forth all the time. I mean, they need to have their friends too. So that would be a very important question in the future. But Taiwan is also changing all the time, and there are so many good benefits also of living there. Okay, so I think we came to some kind of conclusion, right? We stay a few more years in Taiwan, and then maybe move back to Sweden when we get kids, depending a little bit on, you know, we need to really think about the education system in Taiwan if we think if it's the right thing for the kids. Might be, might not be. Please write a comment to this video. Tell me if you think my reasoning makes sense, or if I'm too stupid, or if it's something I missed, something really important. I'm sure, you know, I did some notes before this video, but it's mostly just what comes to my mind now. So I'm sure I miss out on something. And of course, a huge thing I need to add to this is my thinking. I mean, Charlie might have something else, and in the end, we have to decide together. So this is from my perspective, what I think. So that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. See you all next time. Bye bye.